भगवान श्री योगी रामसूरतकुमार की जय। योगी रामसूरतकुमार, योगी रामसूरतकुमार, योगी रामसूरतकुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी रामसूरतकुमार, योगी रामसूरतकुमार, योगी रामसूरतकुमार, योगी रामसूरतकुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama Rama Ram. Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama 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 Ram Rama Rama Ram Bhagavan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu Our grateful pranams for the abundant grace because of which we are able to get this opportunity to sing His powerful name in His powerful shrine. We have offered them as Nama lotuses, even as people would offer the flower lotus at His feet. We have been seeing some teachings that we easily get from bits and pieces of conversations between the masters and the students, the Zen tradition. They say the very word Zen started from the Sanskrit dhyan. And this dhyan when it went over to Southeast Asia, it became Chan in China, and later Zen in Japan. Whatever it is, the ideas have been the same. For Sri Buddha was from the background, the Hindu background, and they are called cones. They are like puzzles. You are supposed to think over it and derive the meaning and be enlightened. Here is one more conversation. A student went to the master, a Zen master, and said, "Swami, I'm ready to learn this martial art, and along with that, whatever you want to teach me, how long would it take for me to complete the whole course?" Pat came the reply from the master, 10 years. Oh, 10 years. But master, I am prepared to do extra hard work. And I will put my being, my everything into learning. I promise I'll work double the time. Then how long it would take? The master thought for a minute and said, 20 years. And they say, some student was there, was enlightened. Anyway, we are entertained definitely, because they were also very interesting. So whenever we show extra eagerness in order to finish fast, this is what happens. It takes even more time than it is required. Many people come here and they tell me, the youngsters in their house, they go to the gym, and for some time it's okay. They say, now she is learning something, he is learning something. So the weight has reduced and he is more brisk now than ever before. All that would go on well for some time. And then they come and say that their youngsters are even more eager now, and they are doing extra hard work. And then in the third stage, they come and tell me, especially one daughter, the mother was crying and said, after she returned from the gym, she was hardly 23, 24, she had a paralytic attack. There was a blood clot. And that's when the parents realized that she was pushing very hard, that she was overdoing it in her eagerness. A similar thing happened to another boy. And then now we have been hearing more and more stories like this. Someone, because the parents want the children to study well, and then they put them in very difficult courses, And finally the child returns, the son or the daughter would return with some problem, psychological problem. This is happening. So many people, so many families, they come and tell me. Yesterday there was a parent here who had tears in his eyes. He said, my wife and I, we are old. We would like our children to come back and take care of us. But they refused to come back from America. I said, whose fault is that? Because when the boy started studying, when he had excellent score in India, it was he, the father, who insisted on his going to America and study further. And then when he was employed there, he was very, very happy. And now the son had found his own partner there, and the life was going on very well for him. He refused to come back, and he was asking his parents to come there. The parents are old and they are used to a certain environment here. They say they cannot adjust to that culture and environment there. Then I said, why did you insist on his going to America? You were the one behind it. He said, he promised to come back after studying, which he never followed. He never kept up the promise. So you see, all these things happen. It's over-eagerness on the part of the parent or on the part of the daughter or son. Everything is being overdone, because of which there are many, many problems now in many families. That is on the one side. And I remember somewhere reading that somebody who was overeager with his gym exercises, that one day when he came back home, he had a heart attack and passed away. The irony is, they want to keep fit. But what happens is the reverse. So in this conversation, it is as though you can buy a package with time. I remember another incident in Shirdi Baba's life. There would come a rich man in his carriage and stop at the ashram of Shirdi Baba. As soon as he went inside, he would look at Baba and say, Baba, they told me that if I came here, I would get self-realization. How soon can you give it to me? How much I have to pay for it? What should I do? Baba said, you sit down. I will tell you how much time it takes to get this package. And then Baba became silent. The man said hurriedly, look, the carriage is waiting outside. I have to go back. You please give me, at least tell me the time so I'll come and buy it. It sounds very ridiculous. But then, when you look back, when you are in a hurry, this is what happens. We go to ridiculous lengths. I remember when I had gone on a pilgrimage to Uttarkashi. We were a group And there was one Govind Maharaj, an elderly sannyasi in, I think it was Kailash Ashram. Now one of the group, they said, Swami, you have been here for so long. Can you give me samadhi? That Govind Swami looked up and down, and then he said, first you learn to chant the Nama. And then we shall see. So you see, before we start our LKG, we want to get PhD. So this is an apt lesson for all of us, not to hurry into anything, for that would only spoil the whole thing. We shall now offer our today's prayer. Bhagwan, we pray to you again and again. We know it will take a long time, and we are ready to repeat the prayer as long as it takes. And we do it a million times for your immediate divine intervention to change the attitude of the whole world, where there is so much violence these days, which is frightening. The war clouds are also seen on the horizon. We beg you, the cosmic controller, to bring in peace, unity, discipline, order, and harmony into the lives of people, so that people would live a dharmic life, and that with remembrance of God. We also beg you to stop those violent wars that are going on long enough now, so that peace be prevalent. We beg you again, a million times, to bless the whole world, so that there will be no thought of enmity in the minds of people, no thought of war at all. We also beg you again to keep under control those sudden attacks of vicious diseases and violent furies of nature and those disastrous accidents. And above all this, our earnest prayer is that you should uproot all the negativities of the human mind, the asuric thoughts which are responsible for today's world of violence. Whichever country people belong to, whatever language they speak, and whatever religion they have embraced, they too go through the law of karma, which is precise, relentless, and unsparing. Everyone in this world, sometime or the other, will get into the trap of suffering, and that without help or protection. But then, above this, is the causeless grace of God. So there is an opening to grace. Let us all pray hard, appeal to the compassion and generosity of the Lord, to reach out to all these people who are suffering all over the world in some way or the other, to get some relief. And again, we beg you, Bhagwan, to protect all those unselfish people who have been doing extra hard work for the welfare of the others from this unnecessary, unhealthy criticisms and aspersion. We beg you again to promote the economy of the country and the country's growth in varied fields of activity so that it reaches the high status of world teacher to lead the whole world the path of dharma. We pray to you again in all earnestness and sincerity for ceaseless and joyful chanting of your name, your powerful name, an unbroken remembrance of your leelas and teachings, so that we assimilate it and turn it into Atma Shakti. Please bless us all to be only sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic. And please bless our everyday life so that we run it as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the state of bliss and peace, the state of pure awareness of yours. But then we also need to be purified. Our minds are full of worldly desires and the vasanas, meaning the residual latent tendencies of our past karmas. So our minds are often agitated, afflicted by vicious fear, anger, jealousy, vengeance, passion, and sorrow. We often compare ourselves with other people and refuse to recognize all the blessings we have already received. We hold on to something that we think we do not have and then blow it out of all proportion, only to land in depression and lifelong medicine. Bhagavan, haven't you said, and so often at that, your divine declaration that the name of God is a very powerful weapon? Sometimes you have also said the atom bomb. It has such energy inside because the Nami lives in the name, in his full glory and power. And the divine name is capable of destroying your past karmas and prevent us from future sins. It can also destroy the vasanas of the mind. The name of God will serve as an umbrella in the pouring rain and burning sun. We beg you, Bhagavan, to bless us all for our early purification of mind. We take refuge in your powerful name. Wherever we live in this world, whatever work falls into our hand, we know it's all your work alone. Didn't you say that Father alone exists? There is nothing else, no one else. So please bless us to be able to do it in the spirit of service, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that every action of ours would turn into Atma Shakti. Please bless us all to practice acceptance of whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or sorrow. Coming from you, it can only be a great blessing. Sure, it is based upon our karmic account, and yet your sankalpa is there, and that is our saving grace. Coming from you, it's a definite blessing meant for our spiritual growth, for our closer kinship with you, for our greater good. So let us all learn to look upon every adversity as a definite blessing. And we shall see sooner or later how it is a blessing also. And every adversity would end up in higher wisdom, purifying our heart. Otherwise, just imagine what happens. Things can change overnight. The lifeboat can capsize. And then what happens? We are unable to face the challenge. We collapse, we resent God and His grace, and we try to move away from Him. Or we go in search of better God. We also blame others bitterly for our own failures, little realizing that we have invited our own sufferings of life from our past karmas. Whatever we give to the world will surely come back to us, and sometimes with vengeance. So let us be cautious and pray to Bhagavan to bless us all with gratitude, knowing all the challenges and adversities of life are blessings in disguise. We also seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, the basis of which is ahambhava, our identification with the body. And what does it lead to? Utter selfishness, the tyranny of the ego, the I and mine. We beg you, Bhagavan, to approve this ahambhava and promote Atma Bhavam so that we all be blessed with that immortal life, that eternal living in merger with you, or eternal servitude in surrender to you. You, that eternal supreme divinity. Jaya, Yogi Ramsuratkumar.